Calcification. Calcification is when an organization that starts on principles that are aligned with God, when those principles are no longer the main focus of the organization, and it starts to become rules and regulations, and then just more rules and more regulations, to the point where we're not focused on the main thing, which is God, or let's say the government itself. The government was created. Each government is created so there's not just one ruler amongst the land, amongst the people, not one person over everybody. It's everybody governing everybody. You know what I mean? Like there's a nation that is governed, but there's also a state that is governed by the governor. And then each city has its own mayor that governs the cities and that governs the people. Once there is corruption, and then there are more laws made and more rules and regulations, and the criminal organizations start to spread from the underground or amongst the people into the governments, to where the politicians are either paid off or actually threatened by these criminal organizations. And after a while, the politicians become the criminals as well, but they seem to be above the law. We see that going on with government right now. Another example of calcification would be the education system. Like, education started in church. Like we had to go to church to learn first, and then they started creating private schools. Like, it went from church being schools to private schools, and then public schools, like the independent school districts. It was all good as far as education and the quality of education until they started creating things like advanced placement classes. I was in AP classes, but at the same time of them creating these AP classes, they were creating special education. And special education was one side of the spectrum, advanced placement classes. But then you had people that were just right in the middle, just people just like C average students. And over time, they started getting more and more special ed and dumbing down education to where the quality of education has diminished so much that we here at the Earthwaking Village had to basically reinvent the education system. And yes, welcome to the Earthwaking University. This is the Visionary Leadership Program, and this is what we are doing, reinventing the education system.